Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode. I'm Sophia and I'm Emma. Thanks for tuning in again. Today we have a super important and kind of terrifying topic to dive into. What actually happens if you stop drinking water? Yeah, it's one of those things you kind of take for granted. Like, oh yeah, water is important, but do we really know what would happen if we just stopped drinking it? Spoiler alert, it's worse than you think. Yeah, but don't worry, we're gonna break it all down for you in a fun, easy to digest way. So grab your water bottle and take a sip now, because by the end of this episode, you're gonna want to stay very hydrated. Yes, trust us. So, first off, let's talk about why water is so crucial for the human body. Like, why can't we just live off coffee and soda? Right? I wish. But basically, water is life. Our bodies are about 60% water. It's involved in everything: digestion, circulation, temperature regulation, brain function, you name it. And fun fact, your brain is actually around 73% water. So if you're dehydrated, you're literally drying out your brain. No wonder I can't think straight when I'm thirsty. But seriously, every cell, tissue, and organ in your body needs water to function properly. Exactly, and it's not just about drinking water. We also lose water all the time without even realizing it, like through breathing, sweating, even going to the bathroom. Yeah, even when you're just chilling on the couch, you're losing water. So you need to constantly replenish it, otherwise things start going downhill fast. Alright, so now the scary part. What happens if you just stop drinking water altogether? Let's break it down by timeline. Day 1, you might not notice a huge difference right away, maybe some dry mouth, feeling a little sluggish. Even within 24 hours, your body starts freaking out a bit. Your kidneys are like, where's my water? How do I filter out toxins now? Your urine gets darker because it's more concentrated, and you might start to get a headache. Exactly, mild dehydration sets in, and even mild dehydration can impair your focus, mood, and physical performance. Okay, now moving to day 2 and 3, things get worse. You'll feel really thirsty, obviously, but also dizzy, tired, maybe even nauseous. Your skin gets dry, your blood pressure can drop. That's because your blood volume decreases. Less water equals less blood circulating. Heart has to work harder. You might start breathing faster. Your body is basically trying to conserve whatever little water it has left. By day 4 or 5, you're in serious trouble. Organs start to shut down. Brain function declines sharply. Confusion sets in. You could even experience hallucinations. Yeah, and by about a week without water, depending on the person, environment, and overall health, death can occur. It's brutal. Water deprivation can kill you faster than food deprivation. You can survive weeks without food, but only a few days without water. Honestly, terrifying. Very, and it's not a pleasant way to go either. So let's zoom in a little. What's happening to specific organs during dehydration? Great idea. First, the brain. Dehydration causes the brain to shrink a little, which is part of why you get headaches. Also, your brain's electrical activity gets disrupted. That's why you get foggy thinking, memory problems, and mood swings. Moving to the heart, dehydration thickens your blood, making it harder for the heart to pump, which can lead to heart palpitations, low blood pressure, and eventually heart failure if it's bad enough. Kidneys, our built-in filtration system. Without enough water, kidneys can't filter blood properly. Waste products build up in the body. That's how kidney stones can form too. You're literally crystallizing waste inside you. Gross. Not the aesthetic we're going for. And finally, skin. You start looking dull, dry, flaky. Water keeps the skin plump and elastic. So if you want that glowy doughy look, water is your best friend. Have you ever experienced bad dehydration? Yeah, I remember this hiking trip 2 years ago. It was like 95 degrees out, and I underestimated how much water I needed. Halfway up the trail, I got dizzy, my hands were shaking, and I legit thought I was going to pass out. What did you do? Thankfully, a couple on the trail shared their extra water bottles with me. I had to sit down in the shade for like an hour. Lesson learned, always overpack water. Seriously, I had a similar situation when I got the stomach flu once. Couldn't keep anything down. lost a ton of fluids, and ended up in the ER on an IV drip. Dehydration is no joke. Nope. So I did a little research for today's episode and found a few expert quotes. Love it, hit me. Dr. John Payton, a sports medicine physician, says even a 1 to 2% decrease in body water can impair cognitive and physical performance. Staying hydrated is one of the simplest yet most powerful ways to protect your health. And there was another study in the journal Nutrients that found dehydration increases cortisol, the stress hormone. Makes total sense. No water equals body panic mood. Also, nutritionists recommend drinking water consistently throughout the day, not just chugging a ton at once. Yeah, because if you chug your kidneys just to flush it out, you want a steady supply. Alright, let's bust some myths real quick. Love that. Myth number one, if you're not thirsty, you're hydrated. False, thirst is actually a late indicator. By the time you feel thirsty, you're already slightly dehydrated. Exactly. Myth number two, 80 glasses of water a day is the magic number. It's a rough guideline, but everyone's needs are different, depends on your size, activity level, climate, diet. And if you eat lots of fruits and veggies, you get water from food too. Watermelon, cucumber, they're like 90% water. Myth 3, coffee dehydrates you. Not exactly. Coffee is a mild diuretic, but it still counts toward your fluid intake. It's not like it cancels out your hydration. Good news for all the coffee lovers out there. Plus up. So, practical tips time. How do we make sure we're drinking enough? Tip 1. Always carry a water bottle. If it's in your sight, you're more likely to sip. Tip 2. Flavor your water if plain water bores you. Add lemon, mint, cucumber, berries. Tip 3. Set reminders. There are apps that nudge you to drink every hour. Tip 4. Listen to your body. If you're feeling tired, cranky, or have a headache, reach for water first before assuming you need caffeine or sugar. Such a game changer. Alright, Emma, if listeners take away one thing from today's episode, what should it be? That water isn't optional. It's literally the foundation of every process in your body. Neglect it and your body will let you know fast and painfully. But the good news, staying hydrated is super easy once you make it a habit. Exactly, and your body and brain will thank you. Big time. Alright, everyone, that wraps it up for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. If you liked this episode, don't forget to leave us a review and share it with someone who constantly forgets to drink water. Stay hydrated, friends.